morning, BodySlams podcast viewers, and welcome to this Three Legacies Summer Night Lights review. That's right. That's right. Uh, all hell has broken loose in 3LW. Uh, you know, it was a long weekend. It was a long night for everyone, but hey, we got so many answers that that that's leading into the Red Rose Rumble, August 19th, of what you fans are definitely gonna see that night. But you know what? If you're watching this, go to BodySlamsPodcast.com and go to any one of our social media pages, which is Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Yes, we're still on Twitter and Instagram, as well as you see in my thread right there at the bottom of my name there. I'm on Threads. That's right, Chio 24/7 Valentine. You can follow me there as well. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button to find out when we are live on the air. But you know what? I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get into things. Let me pull up my notes here. And if you think you got what it takes, by the way, anyone, to become a professional wrestler, do not hesitate, but check out the Three Legacies Wrestling Academy in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You definitely want to hit them up at Three Legacies Wrestling on Gmail. And don't forget to get your spot because they're doing tryouts. That's right. August 6th, they got 3 times, 11, 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. So reserve your spot. They're only $75. So if you think you got what it takes to become a professional wrestler, please go sign up and make your dreams come true. Open up the card. We had 2 debuts. We had Big Daddy Cruz and Troy Locke. Now, Troy Locke, I worked with this gentleman in many other companies before. Great young kid, sometimes a little bit of a loudmouth, thinks he's a tough guy. Got that. Definitely has a Napoleon complex. But Big Daddy Cruz, he's coming in from the House of Glory. I heard many great things about him. He got on the card. Both of them did. And they, tremendously, they did not disappoint the fans for making their debut. But unfortunately to Troy Locke, Big Daddy Cruz picked up the victory in his debut here in Three Legacies Wrestling. And another match that was first time, it was a intergender match. That's right, a mixed tag team match between 2 of Three Legacies graduates in Zoe Cannon and Al Snook as they took on the team known as Trial by Fire. That is Journey Burke and Junie Underwood. I'm telling you this right now. Burke and Junie, they had some dastardly plans up their sleeves to try to pick up the victory over the Three Legacy students. But unfortunately, their plans just failed tremendously. And we got to see Cannon had Burke in a crab, and she's getting ready to tap. And Underwood is about to come in to try to lay boots to her again because she tried it earlier too, and he just like stomped the hell out of Cannon. But this time, Snook out of nowhere at the last second speared him right out of his boots, I tell you. And Burke ended up tapping out. So winning by submission was the Three Legacies crew themselves, Zoe Cannon and Al Snook. we got to see one of the semifinal matches going to the Red Rose Rumble, that is, for this beautiful 3LW Heavyweight Championship. The winner will be declared the Heavyweight Championship and the first inaugural champion. That's right, the inaugural. But here's how the brackets went down. I'm a little ahead of my game here, but we got to see Tarzan Duran take on Sage Matthews there. Tarzan Duran, I'm gonna have to say this guy's unorthodox because after the match, his mind is psyched. He's the Tarzanian devil. After he picked up the victory on Sage Matthews, he did not hesitate to dismantle this young man with a chair. I don't know what's going through Tarzan's mind, but he's on a mission. He wants to be the first. He wants to be the inaugural champion for 3LW, and hopefully Sage Matthews recovers from the beating he took post match as that. But that's not the end of Duran for tonight. We'll get into him shortly, a little time soon. Like I said, this here is not going to be a long show, everyone. This is just a review of what went down. We still got 5 weeks away till we get to the Red Rose Rumble, and we had another tag team match that was set to debut and shine for their Dudley Daddy. That's right, the sons of Devon Dudley, Terrence and Terrell Hughes, made their 3LW debut, and they did not disappoint as they went against two of the mainstays here who are climbing the ladder of success on their gravy train. And as you might know, if you get in their way, they're going to lay you out with no gabagoo for you, because no one likes them because they're from Philly. This is South Philly's finest. Jimmy Conway, Luca Brasi, a bunch of big mouths, likes to talk their crap to the crowd. They get under everyone's fans, but you know what? Terrence and Terrell did there. Smack them around a little bit. Show them who's boss. Show South Philly that they are not the tough guys that they thought they were. But dastardly, at the end of the match, we see Conway has the club. He's ready to whack the hell out of one of the twins. The other one jumps up, grabs the club down. The ref starts telling him to get down and stuff. So the ref is clearly distracted in this match going. And then next thing you know, without the ref seeing, he goes in, grabs the baby powder, gives that nice shot to the face, leading up to his partner Brasi picking up the 3 count for them to etch another win in the win column for the rankings for them to build up. Right now, they are probably at the top of the game in tag team division here in 3LW. I have to go back, recalculate all the win-loss from this Friday night to see who is in the win columns and who's moving up the rankings, who's not, and what sort. But one thing for sure, like I said, all hell broke loose. We were trying to get down to some of the nitty-gritty what was going on, and it was the Kevin Murphy Appreciation Night. Supposedly this was going down. Now, for those who tuned in last week, if you remember, there was a cease and desist order. If you notice, I mentioned Kevin Murphy's name on the show. Last week, they stopped me because he said I was putting up false news and whatever, whatnot. But now he rescinded that cease and desist. He said he reached out to me after the show. He said, since what went down at that Friday night, he's gonna like I said, he got rid of it, so I can't mention his name on the show. But beforehand, I got to meet up with Kevin before his appreciation night, and I said I was gonna try to get some answers because with everything going on with him, it's unclear if he would have signed the contract to face Ricardo Rodriguez at the Red Rose Rumble. So I was on the hunt backstage to find Mr. Murphy, and this is how it ended up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I told you I was going to come to the Brightside Opportunity Center, the Three Legacies of Wrestling, to try to get a word with... he has a cease and desist where I cannot say his name on the podcast, but I'm not sure in person. Follow me. I think I see the guy over here.
I told you. Netflix,
He's right
Netflix
there.
wants Kevin Murphy $20 million in episodes. Get him out of here.
Get out of here. Mr. Murphy's
Hey, I just want to hash this out with you. Like I got my crew here. You know, I invite you on the podcast. You sent me a cease and desist order. Not to say your name. I'm not saying your name now. I'm not even saying your name now. So I'm like, can we, like, what's going on? Are you going to sign the contract? Is he,
listen, no, this is fine. He wants to, the world wants to know what I'm going to do. Stand back, it's fine.
Yes, Mr. Murphy.
So I tell you what, I'm going to give you 45 seconds. So your question is, you get interview time. That usually will cost you $20,000 a second. But you know what? That's fine. Your question is what? Say it again. I really wasn't listening.
Are you definitely going to sign the contract to face Ricardo August 19th at the Clipper Magazine Stadium?
At the Clipper Magazine Stadium. You mean the Kevin Murphy Memorial Stadium? I tell you what, look at me right now. I'm not going to take my sunglasses off. Without me, there's no stadium. Without me, you don't stream. And without me, you don't sell out. So August 19th, I am going to sign the contract, and I'm going to be your boss. And the first thing I'm going to do here at Three Legacies is I'm going to fire you.
No.
I tell you what, unless he has money to hand over, get him out of my locker room.
Come on, let's go. Come on, get out of here.
Get him out.
Get out. Get out.
Well, there you have it. He kicked me out of the locker room because he was busy trying to get ready for his appreciation night. Well, apparently his personal ring announcer, Joe, was not there in attendance. So what happens? He tries to recruit one Mr. Carolina Jim to do his ring announcing for him. But check this out. Jim said no, he's not doing it. Murphy did not like that one bit whatsoever. So he had Big Clayton Adams grab him by the throat, and he gave him orders to take our only ring announcer for the night. I'm sure someone else would have stepped in, though. But to take Carolina Jim, lift him up in the air at least 6-7 feet up high, and put his body through the canvas at the Brightside Opportunity Center. But as soon as he laid his hands on him, Ricardo Rodriguez made his way through the entrance, and they let him go. They had their eyes locked on each other. Murphy had some choice words for him. And, you know, he told him, step in the ring, Nothing's going to happen. Come on, we won't touch you. Da-da. You know, Ricardo got in. They went back and forth. He explained to Kevin that Three Legacies did not belong to him. It belongs to the city of Lancaster, belongs to all the fans out there who pay their money to come and watch everyone perform. And he said he will sign the contract. Murphy already signed it while he was in the ring. So Ricardo signed it, and he said, here's what happened. He looked him dead in his eyes and he said, I am not facing you. All of yous, meaning Kevin and his goons, are facing me, him. So he ended up going to town, buck wild on him. They ended up jumping him then after he laid in a couple good shots on Murphy and his goons. And they held him. They were beating him down. They kicked him. They stomped. Yo, they were literally beating the hell. He was down now. What came next was unspeakable. Murphy had his goons hold Ricardo up on his knees, looked him right in his. He had him right by his face. He's looking at him. He's like, I'm gonna enjoy this even more. And without no regards, in front of everybody there in Lancaster, he heaved back and spat in the face of Ricardo Rodriguez. And yo, that is so disgusting. I can't believe I'm like, I understand you are battling. These guys got these issues, but that's your own bodily fluids coming from you, spewing it on somebody else's right in their face. I mean, come on. All I can say, folks, there's not going to be no end to this. Not until August 19th at the Red Rose Rumble. Ricardo Rodriguez against Kevin Murphy for the rights to 3LW, to Three Legacies Wrestling. Who will come out on top? Will Ricardo be the savior of Lancaster's and the people's Three Legacies Wrestling? Or will Three Legacies be under the hand of the tyrant under the tyrannary hand of Kevin Murphy as he wants to become king, master, president, whatever of Three Legacies? He wants to rule the world. He already took down many other companies in the area that ran in Three Legacies, and now he wants to add this as just another notch on his belt, and who knows what to happen. So yeah, get your tickets, folks, at LancasterBarnstormers.com for the Red Rose Rumble.
Professional wrestling comes to...
Yeah, I got jumped a little bit ahead of the gun, but I was just about to play that anyway. Yeah, so if you have not yet, check out the Red Rose Rumble commercial right now.
Professional wrestling comes to Central PA. The first ever Red Rose Rumble, Saturday, August 19th at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, featuring appearances by Rhino, Dirty Dango, Ricardo Rodriguez, Heath Miller, Shannon Moore, Gene Snitsky, Delirious, and more. Plus the crowning of the first ever Three Legacies Wrestling Heavyweight Champion and the Red Rose Rumble for a guaranteed shot at the championship. Family friendly and filled with high flying action. You don't want to miss this show. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at LancasterBarnstormers.com. Click on events. Special thanks to iHeartRadio.
Yep, that's it. But we got one other one later on down the road. And then up next, after we got through all that fiasco that went down with Kevin Murphy Appreciation Night and the contract signing, we got to see a women's match. That's right. Harleen Lopez took on the returning Clara Carreras. That's right. Both of these young ladies has wrestled here before, Three Legacies. They have competed against in a tag team match that ended up pretty well on Clara's behalf because her team won. But hands down, these ladies brought it to the bright side. That's right. They went back and forth, but unfortunately, there was a slight interruption. Journey Burke seemed to have made her way into the ring, and all hell broke loose. That's right. More all night long, all hell broke loose in just about every match. Like, I'm getting exhausted just talking about it. But yeah, referees and everyone, they're trying to break it up, and they just kept clawing, scratching, punching, kicking. They could not stop them. These ladies, it was like, I don't know. This breakaway went for a good long while. I'll tell you that much, though. This little thing going on between this little cat fight between the women's division that's going on. Somebody in Three Legacies management needs to get to the bottom of it and make a decision. Something has to end. We can't have this chaos. I'm like, it's already bad enough that we got these big bad bully bunch of men going around beating the hell out of each other, but now we got the women showing who's Miss Mama Bear, Miss Tough Girl in 3LW of who wants to be top dog in the women division. But yeah, hopefully they make a decision. Hopefully we got, like I said, 5 weeks to the Rumble. Hopefully they can make it something where we can maybe clear stuff up there at the Rumble. But time will tell. We'll definitely find out. And just keep tuning in, or tune in to onto the Three Legacies Facebook page. They always have updates, especially on their Twitter too as well. Another match we got to see was scheduled as a fatal four-way, but unfortunately Merrick Miami was unable to make it that night, so it became a three-way dance between J.S. Hawthorne, Boar, and L. Prince Piranha. Now, Piranha going into this, he's the smaller of the three guys, and Hawthorne, with the knowledge that he has, he kind of persuaded Pig Daddy Cool Boar to side with him, and they double team up on Mr. Piranha. Let's take out the little guy. Let's get him out of the picture. So throughout the match, you see back and forth. They're just hammering away on Piranha. Piranha's fighting back like the Lancaster champ that he is, because, you know, he resides there in Lancaster, and the heart of the fans are right behind him. They're all pulling for him, but they just kept laying waste to him. At one point, they even had a submission on where they were both trying a half crab each on Piranha. Hawthorne's telling Boar he needs to release and let him win. Back and forth, they're going at it, yelling. Next thing you know, they're hauling off on each other. Well, so that teamwork obviously went out the door. And the further along this went on, it just gave Piranha more and more time to recover. Even though they still kept on beating him down, he managed to capitalize on the dysfunction between Boar and Hawthorne's teamwork, trying to get rid of him, what was going on between them, and he picked up the victory in this three-way dance. And that definitely made the fans of Lancaster, PA, very happy. And in a semifinal round for the tournament to declare the champion, earlier you got to see Tarzan Duran pick up his victory against Sage Matthews. This time we got to see the deranged Smiley, that's right, taking on the number one draft pick, that's right, Mr. Undefeated himself, Bro Keller, in this semifinal match. And you know, over the loudspeaker, we got to hear Delirious' voice in the match, and it gained a little bit of distraction that Smiley was not even concerned about Bro Keller. He was too focused on the mask that was sitting in the corner talking to him. A couple times, Keller tried to get his attention, and Smiley just brushed him off. He's like, I don't want to hear it. It's no reason to bother with you. Then finally, he just turned around and just clocked him. One thing led to another. With all the distractions going on. Well, from Delirious just getting into Smiley's head. I don't know where the sound came from. It just came on out of nowhere, and Delirious was in Smiley's head. But Keller managed to capitalize on it, picked up the victory, and earns his chance to get to the Red Rose Rumble to be in the finals. But that was not it. As he was enjoying his celebration, one Mr. Tarzan Duran made an appearance. And yeah, he decides to try to take out the competition early in with a chair to the back of Bro Keller. I don't know how that's going to affect Bro on his spinal area, if he's even going to make it, but he beat him down harshly with that chair. And we got to meet up with the guys post-match later on in the locker room right before everyone packed up and left the building. So, Bro, he got released from the medical staff. I caught up with him as he was trying to get his thoughts together, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. It was supposed to be a big night for him, celebrating. And then what happened with Duran? So, like I said, Bro was trying to get his thoughts. I found him in the stairwell. He was just hanging out there, just and here's what he had to say.
What a bittersweet night. I just battled my tail off with Smiley, took it down to the wire. Some weird wonky stuff happens with Delirious coming into play here. I don't know what the mission was with that. However, I took advantage. I got my place in the finals of 3 Legacies Wrestling Tournament to crown an inaugural champion. August 19th, I punched my ticket and I get to see Tarzan Duran. But what does he do after winning his match? He takes it upon himself to jump me with a chair? After everything we've been through, quarterfinals, semifinals, we're going to the finals, Clipper Magazine Stadium, 3 Legacy Wrestling. The Bro Show is coming with a whole new attitude. Tarzan, you better get ready.
Well, I guess the adrenaline is still running high in him because he's Mr. High Octane himself. I guess what Tarzan tried to do maybe took a little effect, but he did not take out that high energy from Bro Keller, and he's looking forward to August 19th at the Clipper Magazine Stadium. And not only that, we managed to hunt down and find Tarzan Duran as well. And he was very delightful. He did not hesitate. He's like, you want some comments? Sure, I'll give you some comments. No problem. And here's what he had to say.
Did you see what just happened? Did you see what just happened? Not only did I just take Sage Matthews down a notch and put him back into the mid-cards where he belongs, but Bro Keller won his match, so he's going to be facing me on August 19th at the Clippers Magazine Stadium. But Is he even going to make it there? See, after he defeated Smiley, I just beat him into the ground with a steel chair. Bro, come on, bro. Get up, bro. What you gonna do, bro? Come on. I don't even see him meeting me at the Clippers Magazine Stadium. They might as well just hand me the belt because I deserve it. I am the devil of professional wrestling. I am the Tarzanian devil. I am Tarzan Duran, baby. And I'm coming to get it. What's up?
Well, he's pretty much he's on that jungle juice himself. That's making him pretty hype. So hands down, we're definitely gonna see a big one in that finals match at the Red Rose Rumble. That's right. Here's the bracket. What we started with 8 competitors. Last on this Friday that just passed, we had 4, and now we're down to the remaining 2. Tarzan Duran taking on 3LW's number 1 draft pick, Bro Keller, at the Red Rose Rumble. And let's not forget about Red Rose Rumble. We also have this beautiful trophy that's going to be offered up to the winner of the Rumble there. That's right. They're having their very own Rumble where the winner will gain a shot at the 3LW champion at a later date, whatever the case may be, whenever it gets cashed in or whatever. And Red Rose Rumble, Clipper Magazine Stadium, LancasterBarnstormers.com is where you go to get them online. You're going to see the likes of Dirty Dango, Shannon Moore, Rhino, Heath Miller, a.k.a. Heath Slater, Ricardo Rodriguez, and we are definitely in partnership with CBS 21, as well as iHeartRadio. That's right. And for the main event of the evening, it was none other than Mentequila taking on former WWE superstar Lince Dorado in an epic high-flying, first-time ever aerial assault type battle between the 2 competitors. Back and forth several times. I swore up and down Mentequila was going to pick up the victory over Lince. The crowd thought that too. They were in oohs and ahs whatsoever. I looked over, the timekeeper was ready to hit that bell because he was just as sure too. The ref was going to tell him to ring the bell after Mentequila picks up the 3 count. But it did not happen, as Lince Dorado came in, scored the pinfall, and the fans of 3LW went away happy with a night of professional wrestling action. And if you want to see all this, what I described, because me talking about it does no justice whatsoever, you got to go to Premier Streaming Network. All right. It may not be on there right now at this very moment, but when it gets on there, finally, it could be there tomorrow for all I know. But yeah, it's only about $100 a month. You can stream all the previous 3LW events on there. So if you're not familiar with 3LW, you can go back and catch up and see what you've been missing out on. But from my understanding, the Rumble, like I said, this is just a rumor, could be like a live pay-per-view type stream from the stadium. So do you want to be a part of that? You could sit home and watch it if you're far away, or if you're a real diehard wrestling fan and you want to check this out, you want to make the drive or the flight to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, to the Clipper Magazine Stadium, to see Three Legacies Wrestling and all the superstars in action as they're going to be competing in the Rumble match, the finals to declare the inaugural heavyweight championship, and the multiple superstars that Three Legacies has coming in, the meet and greets and all that, and whatever other matches that will be announced in the weeks to come as the closer we get. Like I said, we're only 5 weeks away. If you have not yet done it, get your tickets now. LancasterBarnstormers.com. You know, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Like I said, this was going to be a short show because this is just a review show. But yeah, go to BodySlamsPodcast.com, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button. We had some people chiming in the chat room. I did not get to use. I did not forget about yous though. I was going to get you to the end of the show. But even if yous want some merchandise to support us, when you go to our .com, go to our pod shop, and it'll take you over to our spring page, which all proceeds from merchandise being sold will go directly to keeping this show going. But speaking of merchandise, Three Legacies Wrestling has their merch page on ProWrestlingTees.com. You got the first three shirts that they put out there, the traditional one, the original, in the middle, the Build Your Legacies, and that beautiful red rose right there. And we got a exclusive one for the Red Rose Rumble. These are going fast. These are selling like hotcakes at the shows I saw. So if you have not yet got it, go to ProWrestlingTees.com, pick this up. Or, like I said, if you are at the Red Rose Rumble in person, get it there too, in person too. Show your support for Three Legacies Wrestling. And getting back to the people in the comments, here we go. We got a whole bunch. We got our man, Dave DB Richards, a.k.a. One of our podcast friends. I see him from time to time. Him and our other buddy, Dave Keener. Love you, brothers. Love you, love you, love you. We got Michael chiming in saying he needs me the Red Rose Rumble shirt. All right. Either go to ProWrestlingTees.com or pick it up at the show itself. But I say if you want it a little bit sooner than later, ProWrestlingTees.com is your way to go. And Mr. Edward Shively, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. He's asking us about did they ever have old AWF videos from the 90s with Bad Crew, Pinky, Don Deluxe, etc.? I believe there's video footage out there somewhere. I'm trying to get video footage myself of there because I keep asking around and I have yet to find footage of the shows. I'm sure somebody has them on a VHS somewhere. And asking is any reflection on old AWF had so many good shows. Don Morocco, Typhoon Great. Yes, I love the AWF because that's where I had my start. I started there September 24th, 1994. I ended up competing against one of my trainers, Mr. Damian Kane, in the match. Unfortunately, I did not pick the victory. I had a little distraction out there at ringside with Lady Alexandra. He ended up superplexing me off the top rope. Hence, going forward in the future-wise, I paid homage to him by using that finishing maneuver, the superplex off the very top rope as homage to my first match. So I still love AWF to this day. I love if somebody would out there who, if they're watching, tune in, reach out to me. If you have any footage, I would love to get it and upload it for the world to see. Some of some of the greats that went through there. We got to see Bad Crew, Tiny, God rest his soul. He's up there watching, I'm sure. Pinky Pinkerton, he managed Don Deluxe. You had other ones, Flex Willer, Jeff Gripley. The list goes on and on and on. Rocky the Wrestling Rooster, they had. That's right, they had the mascot too as well. So so if anyone has, or if you yourself come across any footage, please reach out to me. Do not hesitate. I would like to get copies of that stuff, especially so I can have my own footage of me competing when I started there. But with that being said, this show has to come to an end. And like I said, we're only 5 weeks away from the Red Rose Rumble. Get your tickets, get your shirts, come out, meet all the superstars, get pictures, autographs, whatnot, and we'll see you at the matches. Don't forget, jump over to BodySlamsPodcast.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. And currently, I am personally on Threads. We'll probably get depends on how Threads works for me, we'll probably get a BodySlams Threads account too as well. So with that being said, I see a couple more comments jumped in. Michael again, he goes, I used to have a DVD set of AWF, but it skipped a lot. Not sure if the same AWF that we're talking about. You're probably talking about American Wrestling Federation. We're talking about All-Star Wrestling Federation that was in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's a little small arena where ECW ran as well towards the end of there. And Ed, earlier you mentioned, is BodySlams Arena still being used? No, it got taken over many years ago by, I guess, a garage. It was big enough in there, so they did car repairs and stuff like that. I don't know if it's still a garage or like someone mentioned something. I think it had a fire or something. I'm not sure, but could be not. I drive by. I know the building's still there. I don't know. I just don't know if it's being used or not, though, in what form. So, like I said, thank you everyone for tuning in, and hopefully, like I said, if we can get some of that AWF stuff, we can upload it. We can talk about it. We can discuss it on air about some of the shows and stuff. But with that being said, my name's Chio. I'd like to give a shout out to my BodySlam co-hosts that were not here. T, Joey Image, and Chris O'Malley. And with that being said, we'll see you next week. Peace out.